Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to the video, and today we're here for another weather breakdown. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off with the SPC outlook for today, where we have a marginal risk of severe weather across eastern North Carolina. So let's go ahead and break down the threats that this brings. Now starting off with the tornado threat for today, we have a 2% risk of a tornado here in extreme eastern North Carolina. Now this luckily does not include Wilmington, but it does include eastern Wilmington, so look out for that. Damaging wind threat, we have a 5% risk of wind gusts of 60 miles an hour or higher today, so look out. 1.7 million people are under that in eastern North Carolina, and that does once again include Wilmington, so damaging winds are also possible but not likely. Hail threat for today, we do not have a hail risk as of right now, so let's go ahead and move on to tomorrow, where we have no marginal risks of severe weather. So moving on to Monday, we have no marginal risks of severe weather. So let's go ahead and move on to the National Hurricane Center here, where we have tropical depression Sean, but we're going to break that down more later. And then we have disturbance as a 90% chance to form the next 7 days and a 70% chance to form the next 48 hours. And this is something that I now think that we really need to be watching for. I've been saying, oh, it's not a concern, it's not a concern. But now it's looking like it has a very real possibility to form, potentially even today, into a tropical cyclone. And this is expected to get strong and head directly for the Lesser Antilles. So we're talking Category 2, maybe even Category 3 hurricane impacting the Lesser Antilles here. So we've really got to watch out for this, okay? Eastern Pacific, we do have a disturbance as a 70% chance to form in the next 7 days, but this is just going to be a fish storm if it does form, which I don't even think it's going to. Central Pacific here, we do have disturbance as a 10% chance to form in the next 7 days, but it's not heading for Hawaii, so we are good to go. Moving on to the track for Sean here. Sean is currently a 35-mile-per-hour storm here, and will continue to head westward and not affect anybody. Still just going to be a good old fish storm. Excessive rainfall outlook. Today we have a marginal risk of flash flooding across the Chicago region here in Illinois, as well as extreme northwestern Indiana there, which I do believe, oh no, it doesn't include Gary, my bad. So look out for that. Moving on to tomorrow here, we have a slight risk of flash flooding across the Chicago region, but this time it goes up to Milwaukee and also into central Iowa here near like Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, so look out for that. Moving on to Monday here, we have another slight risk of flash flooding in the Chicago region, which once again does go up to Milwaukee as well, so look out for that. Going into Tuesday, we do not have a marginal risk of flash flooding, and moving on to Wednesday, we do not have a marginal risk of flash flooding either. Finally, watches, warnings, and advisories. We got freeze warnings still in effect here in portions of the western U.S. as well as the central and southern plains here. We could see temperatures as low as 25 degrees today in Lake Colorado. So if you're in Colorado, Wyoming, northeastern New Mexico, even northwest Texas, or like the panhandle of Oklahoma, it's going to be cold today. You might see some frost start to develop on the ground, so be careful driving on icy roads. We do have a couple of heat advisories down here in southeast Florida, so look out for that. You know, it's funny, just a few hundred miles away, we got freeze warnings, and over here we got heat advisories. But yeah, temperatures as high as 106 degrees possible today. It's going to be brutal out there. Red flag warnings still in effect here for portions of western Louisiana, so don't be burning anything in the pink boxes there. But other than that, very calm right now actually. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.